Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 17 of Socially Hawkward. I am Jason, and with me here is Jeffrey.
Hey,
And not with us here is Coons again for work-related
I would say
reasons.
if you want it fancy with the editor, just cricket noises.
Just
No,
talking to yourself.
yeah, yeah, right. I guess I am editing this one. Um, you come here for the expert opinions of playoff hockey because I think I've gotten all of out of the whole playoffs 2 predictions right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's everyone, though.
No, but even second round, so first round, all I got was I was gonna say Washington. They didn't make it. No. Who was it? I don't even know anymore. Boston and Islanders. I'm pretty sure those were the only ones I predicted first round right. And then second round, what was second round? It was Colorado Sharks. I went Colorado.
Yep.
It was Carolina Islanders. Oh, I think I went Carolina
I
on
went
that
Carolina, yeah.
one.
Boston, Columbus.
You know what? I changed and went to, even though I had Boston. No, I had Tampa Bay originally beating them, but I was pretty much 50-50 on that one. I went with Columbus overall, though. I thought at least it would go to a game 7, and it didn't. And then the last one, Dallas versus St. Louis, I went with Dallas, and
Yep. After the first round, I pretty much just went to who I want to win and not who I think is going to win.
yeah, that's what I did too.
And it just didn't work out for me.
No. First round, I went who I thought would win and not who I wanted to win. And then second round, I switched and didn't work out for me.
Yep.
So yeah,
Now we're down to anyone but St. Louis.
yeah. I don't really
That's
care.
pretty much my rooting
I
now.
still have Carolina as my number one. This is just wanting to win anymore. I'm
I
not
don't
even
know, dude.
predicting.
I think Carolina has the least,
Oh yeah,
like the
they're
worst
odds.
face off.
Yeah, they have the worst chances. But those, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to predict anymore. I'm just going based on who I want. Carolina, San Jose, Boston.
Yeah,
Any other team,
I'd say
St. Louis.
that's my order too.
Yeah. Only one game has been played in round 2, right?
Yeah, the
Not Carolina, Boston.
Oh, yeah,
It
Boston.
was a close game until the third, when Boston just
followed
won.
on, yeah.
Did you see the one goal? Where there might have been goaltender interference. I say might have, even though there wasn't. But the one that I think it was McKed got shoved into Rask. The puck was going in already.
Yeah.
It was like 99% in, and then McKed got shoved into Rask by a Boston player. And I don't know if they ended up. I think they reviewed it, but it took them like 2 seconds to review because it was like, oh yeah, that's a good goal. And then I saw a Twitter post today saying like, anyone hockey fan who thinks this is not, or whatever hockey fan thinks this is a good goal is not a true hockey fan or something like that. It's just like, and all the people who are like commenting on this post, they're like, dude, I'm a Boston fan, and that was a good goal. Like, like the puck was pretty much in before there was even any contact with the goalie, and even if there was contact with the goalie, the Boston player shoved him into the goalie. So
It's crazy how many. It seems like this playoffs, especially all the judgment calls, like being overturned and everything.
Yeah.
How highlighted that is.
I mean, San Jose's track record so far.
Yeah, jeez, don't go to Game 7 with them because it's not going to work out for you.
That was insane. Like,
I don't see how that's offside.
you know what? My takeaway from this is Duchesne
pick
got
San
the
Jose.
last laugh on Colorado. Duchesne's the reason why Colorado got eliminated from these.
Yeah.
Even though Duchesne's not on Colorado anymore, he's still the reason why Colorado got eliminated from these playoffs, because this offside reviewing rules and whatnot is all because of Duchesne being offside by 20 feet that one time.
Game 7, Colorado versus San Jose. I believe the score at the time was 2-1.
It would have
This
been a
goal
game
would have
time.
made it. Yeah, this goal would have made it 2-2.
Yeah.
And the Sharks end up going on to win 3-2. So this is a big goal. But I don't remember who carried the puck in, but Landeskog was racing out of the zone to go for a
Might have been
change.
McKinnon. I know McKinnon was the one who passed it to the eventual goal scorer, who was Comfer, maybe.
I don't remember.
So it might have been McKinnon. I don't know. I don't remember.
So Landeskog gets to the bench, which is basically the blue line.
Yeah, because it's
His
lawn changes.
His skate is
period.
on the line. Then, as the puck's entering the zone, he lifts his skate up to step into the bench.
Yeah,
and they call the goal off because that was offside.
I have yet to see
because he picked his skate up to step into the bench.
I have yet to see because
and you can barely see that.
That's what I'm saying. I have yet to see that his skate is on or off the
right.
There's no definitive
for them to
actually overturn. It's supposed to be definitive. Just the fact that his skate was on the ice means that it was offside.
They called it good goal on the ice.
Yeah,
and then they reviewed it for offside. So for them to overturn that call,
you need definitive proof, and it's like
no freaking way you could see that his skate is or isn't on the ice.
They're really abusing the reviewing and challenging now.
Yeah,
it's like this rule is not made for these tiny. Even if he was offside or whatever happened, he was getting off the ice. There's no way they made this rule and thought this would happen.
A time limit on reviews. You get 1 minute to look at the video. If you you don't see enough to overturn it, then you're done.
Yeah, especially. Then you got your classic plays where you went to the zone and then this happened during. Yeah, I don't remember what game it was or
if
who
you're in
the
zone for over a minute.
This happened. That happened.
The offside should.
Do you remember what game that happened in there, or even who was?
I don't remember.
It definitely happened. They ended up having to put a minute back on the clock.
Yeah.
And it's just seriously? They should have certain precautions put in place. All right, if you're in the offensive zone for a minute, it doesn't matter, or even less, probably 30 seconds. Unless it directly on the breakaway, you know what I mean, leads to a goal. If you get to set up in the zone and everything, it shouldn't matter if it was offside at that point.
Right, because it didn't affect the play at all.
Yeah. But
then you have to decide what does it mean to be set in the zone then
yeah,
there'd still be a bunch of different judgment calls especially even if you put a timer on it. Say if they're in the zone for a minute, then offsides doesn't matter anymore. Then you'd have plays coming down to 59 point something seconds.
True.
And
you have them reviewing it.
Yep.
Well, but that still though, when it comes to that, coaches have X amount of time to challenge the play. So make it so that there's not enough time, so that the coaches can't review it by themselves with a stopwatch or with a timer up, to that exact was it a minute or was it just you know what I mean? So make it so that they have 30 seconds after the goal to decide if they want to challenge. I know it's not a lot of time, but
what if you took away the little iPads that they use when they
just have to go based off?
Yeah, they just have to go off their first look.
I feel then you have to take away the penalty for delay of game, for the offsides at least.
Right.
Because that's the only time they ever called the delay of game. Or maybe I don't know though. At the same time, that's one of the ways to not delay, to counteract the challenging.
Another weird thing about this, them calling this play offside, because that means
it should have been too many. No,
right,
yeah, they went over the rules. They released a statement that I didn't read all of it or whatever.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's pretty much if the puck would have went over to him and he played the puck, then it's too many men. But I don't know. They should definitely. There should be he either counts as a man on the ice and it matters. Okay, if you're going to call that, call too many men. Then you have to call that. Or if you're not going to call too many men, then he's no longer a player on the ice, and therefore, if he's offside or not, should not matter. It should be one of the two.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch this Game 7. It was on too late for me.
See, I said I was gonna. I said I would have rather watched the Columbus-Boston one, or not Game 7, but just the game.
Yeah.
That one was on earlier than I thought, so by the time I realized it was on, I actually ended up watching not all of it, but a lot of this one.
But I ended up watching the St. Louis-Dallas one.
Yeah, I did. I watched the overtime.
Oh, God, it was so boring.
Yeah, wasn't it mainly St. Louis throughout that game?
It was St. Louis the whole game.
And they just happened to tie it.
Ben Bishop, and that was it.
Yeah.
Ben Bishop.
That goal that he let up, though, that was Game 7, right, where he whiffed on the pass. Bishop had the puck, and he he fanned on it, and then he ended up giving it to someone like right to the net. And
I don't know. Was that Game 7?
Maybe it was Game 6.
It might have been 6.
I thought it was 7 though. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I did not stay up for the overtime though. I had to work the next morning, so I went to sleep.
Yeah, I saw.
And watching St. Louis dominate doesn't interest me in any way.
Yeah, that was a rough one for Dallas. The one thing though, Zuccarello said it sounds like he wants to stay there.
That's cool. I mean, he's a good fit for him.
Yeah, I mean, that was overall they did well.
See what Dallas can do when they actually have goaltending.
When was the last time? I mean, Lettinen was good at one, not like amazing, but he was good like year. I'm not saying recently. I'm saying there was like 1 year.
Yeah, Lettinen and Niemi.
Yeah, that was
for a little bit there.
Yeah, for like 2-3 years, I think. Maybe less.
That was bad.
That's not the combination you want.
No, rough. You don't want 2 AHL goalies as your.
Like I said, Lettinen,
combo.
Like 5 years ago, he wasn't terrible.
He maybe had one season where he did okay.
I bet you.
And that was it.
I was going to say, I bet you there was the 1 year where he had a breakout Vezina year, but I don't think he did. That's pushing it.
So now San Jose is going to go on to play St. Louis. That's on today, Game 1.
Yeah, because there weren't any games on yesterday.
Oh, I know. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was weird.
But,
I mean, now that they're doing so few games and whatnot, and the St. Louis and San Jose just ended most recently.
So you definitely pick San Jose over St. Louis?
I feel like you have to, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Hopefully it goes to a Game 7 and there could be some controversy. And
San Jose will just somehow
pull it out. Yep. Get another break.
I just don't. Man, they're getting so damn lucky.
And again, in the San Jose Game 7, though, Pavelski came back.
Yeah, he did.
And he had a goal and assist.
Yeah, he had 1 goal, 1 assist.
He looked good.
Oh, did you see the thing? It was where we go. So when I think it was Anderson who got hit by McAvoy, got the hit high on to the head. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I think so.
The reporter asked him though, because he came back in that game in the third period. Someone asked him, they're like, did you have to go through like concussion protocol? Like, how'd you come back? He's like, yeah, I had to go through concussion protocol. And he's like, I mean, it was an elimination game. I had to come back. And they're like, how'd you feel? And he's like, not great. It's like, what's the point of this concussion protocol if you're not even enforcing it?
Yeah.
Like, I know that, players want to play especially an elimination game, but playoff, or no, he didn't say it was an elimination game. I think he said it's playoff hockey. I think is what he said. But regardless, like, I know players want to play in an elimination game and in playoffs in general. But at some point, like how people think that the refs did the right thing by not blowing the whistle when Bishop went down. Like, it wasn't a severe enough injury for the refs to blow that. How do you know?
Right.
Like, how do you know? The ref was like 10 feet away or 15 feet away. Like, okay, the ref to be 2 feet away from him. How does he know that Bishop's not, like, broke a bone and now he's internally bleeding? Something crazy like that. Like, just his bone broke and it punctured something or something. Yeah. Something like, they're hitting that puck hard and fast. If that hits like you in direct, like the collarbone, like, I know bones are tough. I'm just saying, you can't possibly tell me that these refs are like, well, he's not injured, like, enough. The goalie's on the ground rolling around, and I don't know. It's same thing with this. It's like, seriously, you're gonna put him back in the game? You have this protocol put in place for concussions, and you're not even gonna follow it? Are you?
I thought was crazy is that they just called it a 2-minute penalty, not a.
I will say the first couple, when you watch it from like from the stands, so like if you were a fan right there seeing it, like when I saw it from that angle, it didn't look like the initial contact was the head, but when I saw it opposite side, I'm like instantly, I'm like, oh yeah, that was straight to the head. Like, yeah, my only thing is maybe they thought that McAvoy wasn't trying to hit high, and it just not happy, unhappy accident, but
so McAvoy ends up getting suspended, which was 1 game, and he obviously served it already, and it didn't much matter because they went on to dominate.
That's the other thing too. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know why Columbus is mad." It's like, well, they're mad because it was a 2-minute penalty, and Yeah, he got suspended, but they don't care.
Yeah, that doesn't help them.
Yeah. That's just the spitefulness in them. Like, yeah, I hope they get eliminated now. That's it. It's not like it helps them advance or anything. So
Boston versus Carolina. I think Boston wins
yeah,
in 5 or 6.
I mean, Boston. They have to be like their eyes had to have lit up when they saw Tampa Bay get eliminated, Washington get eliminated, Pittsburgh get eliminated.
Yeah.
All in the first round. They're like, oh, this is our year.
Yep.
I mean,
lined up for them.
They have to be considered, at the very worst, a top 3 team. At the very worst, I feel like. I think easily they were considered, in my eyes, they were the second best team in the league out of the regular season.
Yeah, they definitely got hot at the right time, and
everyone came back from injury, before playoffs started. Like Bergeron, and I think even Char missed a lot of time this year, right? Or not a lot, but just a good month or so.
Yeah, Char missed some time.
I know Bergeron missed about a month.
Yeah.
But still, those are. I mean, you rely on Bergeron for sure. He's if not your best player, your second best player. And Char might not be your best defenseman anymore, but you still rely on him. Like he still helps balance your defense. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
I thought that was you.
No, that was the one.
I know. But yeah, I don't. I think you have to go Boston over Carolina. I'm not saying Carolina can't do it. Like they've impressed me enough to the point. I know they only beat. I'm going to say only the Islanders, but they beat the Islanders.
They beat Washington.
They did beat Washington in 7.
Defending champs.
True. I mean, they definitely. I mean, it's not like they got the easy route by any means, but it's not like. I mean, look at Columbus. They beat Tampa Bay, who everyone thought was the best team in the league, and they swept them. And look at where they ended up. They lost to Boston. So, can Carolina do it? Yes. Do I hope Carolina does it? Yes, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Especially with Mrazek, he's back now playing. With him missing some time and then having.
He played game 1,
off.
Did he not?
Yeah. It's gonna take. Maybe next game he'll be more into it, more ready.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're in that game until the third period, which I know it doesn't say a whole lot, but at the same time, I mean, there's no reason to think that they're going to go down. At least, at the very least, I would think they would win at least 2 or 3 games. I don't know. I would say it's probably going to be Boston, San Jose, but that means nothing, obviously.
Yeah. I'm just going to predict the opposite.
St. Louis and Boston. Oh, you mean you?
Carolina.
One of us will be right.
Yeah.
Ooh, you have to predict St. Louis then. Yeah.
No, that's because I only did that because my predictions are usually wrong. So, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Definitely going to win.
But yeah, so did you? Never mind. I'll save that for later because it's funny. But we have the breaking news of Bobrovsky playing his $2.5 million condo for sale.
Like the day after they got eliminated, he put his
doesn't
condo up for sale.
necessarily mean that he's not re-signing, but man, does that not look good?
Oh, it does. 100% means he's.
My
not
question
re-signing.
is, what person who can afford a $2.5 million condo is going to choose, that's not an athlete, chooses to live in Columbus, Ohio? It is in Columbus, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Columbus.
I think it's
downtown.
Yeah, if they have a town. I don't know how big their downtown.
One of those 2 buildings.
Yeah. But besides an athlete who has to live there because of, playing there, who still, I don't know, you might have some options in states that are nearby. But I think Columbus is isn't that middle state or something like that? I don't think
I have no idea where Columbus is in that state.
But yeah, if you're not an athlete who has to live there,
LeBron will buy it.
What 2.5? Who's going to afford a $2.5 million condo? It's a nice place. I saw a couple pictures and went, yeah, the place is nice.
It's gonna be a tough one to sell. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I still think he's gonna go to Florida.
I mean, I definitely don't think he's staying. I don't know if he goes to Florida, but I think he will. Yeah, I think that's definitely the leading candidate. I don't think Panarin stays either, obviously. I don't know where he ends up, honestly. He's a wild card.
I think Panarin's got to be the most
You think he's the number one?
Yeah, the top free agent of this offseason.
Yeah. Did you see? I only bringing this up because I don't want to forget about it, but the tournament, the
men's.
The IIHF or whatever international.
The world's.
The world's. There you go. Yeah. Did you see there Larkin, DeBrincat, and who's on the left? Damn it.
Larkin, DeBrincat, and
I can't remember who's playing left wing. It's someone young and fat. Oh, Goudreau. All three of those guys are on the line.
Oh, really?
Like, that line has to be fucking
DeBrincat's not
quick.
that fast, though.
I think he's a lot quicker than you'd think.
I don't think DeBrincat is that fast.
No, I bet you he is. I mean, Larkin makes up for that. He's fucking fast. I know Goudreau's quick.
Didn't matter. They lost the first game to the Czech.
And supposedly Tane's on the third line.
On the third line?
Yeah, Tane, Hughes.
He's playing with Hughes?
Yeah. I don't know who's on the left either. Apparently left wing's my issue. Eichel is on the centering the first line with Kreider, who's...
Kreider's on the first line?
Yeah.
Weird lines there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was that...
They must all get, like, equal playing time.
Yeah.
Like, just roll four lines.
But, going back to the Columbus stuff... I don't know. Well, I'm pretty much more Panarin than Columbus stuff, but I don't know. I truly don't know where Panarin goes. Like, is he going to chase the money? Is he going to go for...
I don't think he does chase the money. I don't think...
Is living in a huge city the most important thing to him? And no matter, like, disregard everything else? Like, if the Rangers come and offer you $12 million a year, do you say yes to that?
If I'm the Rangers, though, you're not at that point.
No, you're not. You're still a few years off. I'm just saying. Panarin. I'm not even talking about on the Rangers. I'm just saying, does Panarin look at this team and be like, I don't care. Sign me up. Like, Panarin's not young. He's 27, 28.
I don't know. I'm really convinced now that Panarin and Bob are both going to Florida.
It wouldn't surprise. Imagine if somehow, like, Tampa Bay's like, Panarin, come this way. We need more.
Yeah, we don't need to sign Braden Point to a big extension.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. They'll make it work, right? They always do. Oh, God. But, did you see Russia had their, like, yearly or annual, whatever.
Like a charity.
Yeah, their annual event at Sochi, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
With Putin scoring 11 goals or something like that.
Yeah, he, was it 11 goals?
I was something like that.
I think it was 8.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
I know he definitely got 2 hat tricks. But, yeah, some of the video, just watching everyone, like, skate next to him but not want to touch him, it's hilarious.
Yeah, the one I saw was, like, he was pretty close to the goalie at this point, but he ended up going... I think I ended up going backhand with this shot, and you just see the defenseman just, like, he could easily
the defenseman literally turned around.
He literally, like, doesn't even have his stick on the ice at this point. Picks up his stick and just, turns around. And then the goalie, away. He has it blocked, and then you see him, like I don't know if that wasn't, it's harder to tell with the goalie, but it looks like he has it blocked as it ended up going 5.
Well, he has a backhand that he tries to lift, and it gets no air.
Yeah, exactly.
Stays on the ice.
I don't know if it confused the goalie, then that's why he lifted his pad, and that's how it snuck in, or if he's like it's the slowest thing ever, and he's like...
No. Guarantee the goalie's not touching a puck that Putin's shooting. He probably had 8 goals, and he probably had 8 shots on goal.
Yeah, I think it is 8 goals, though.
But did you see what happened after? Yeah. After he's, like, skating around and waving to the crowd and whatever.
Yeah, he was...
Well, they had it might have been before.
No, it was after the game.
It was after?
Sure. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. But,
I don't get why that... Because there's a red carpet there.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was before.
So I don't see why the red carpet would be there after, but
it's funny because you see him going around like he's staying on the edge of the ring.
Staying right against the glass.
You see that one of the people who are staying near him this entire time, they're like, they see it about to happen. He's like, oh, no, and then Putin hits the carpet and just face plants.
Oh yeah, he went down.
I saw a tweet. Someone's like, whoever put that red carpet down, they're running for their lives, hiding from Putin right now. Like to be on the internet because of that is just great.
Yeah, someone assassinate that carpet.
Yeah, I think it was after the game though, because it says following the ice hockey game. But yeah, that is weird. Why I have a red carpet after?
There must have been some type of ceremony or something afterwards.
Like, do you think he broke a sweat? Like that?
I mean, the dude's like 60 something, so yeah, probably.
Well, he's also probably just gliding everywhere. I mean, he's Russian. He has to know how to stay a little bit, even though he's older, right?
Apparently, he learned to skate and play when he was in his 50s.
Oh.
That's supposedly.
Yeah, true, supposedly. The other stuff I saw, people they're like mentioning Black Hawk stuff, like suggesting pretty much that if the Hawks are going to trade, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. People suggesting that the best time, I said the best time to trade Gustafsson would be more so now in the offseason rather than at the deadline, because if the Hawks get to the deadline and they're actually contending a little bit, then they're not going to trade them. So now would be the ideal time to trade. Plus, they would hit whatever team would get the full year of this cheap deal. Cause
it'd probably be on at the draft, probably.
At the draft, I mean, any time during the off season, I wouldn't really. I'm not saying I want him to go, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I don't necessarily believe in him to the point where I think he's going to have a repeat year.
I think he could have this type of season again.
I'm not saying he can't. I just don't. I wouldn't. How much confidence do you have in that to the point where you're okay with them keeping him and then hopefully re-signing him to whatever contract he wants? Let's say he does have another great year.
I still don't see him commanding that much money.
Let's say he does have another great year. Like, what does that contract look like?
No more than $5 million, I don't think.
Oh, I bet you it's more.
I don't think so.
I mean, he's 27, 26, so he'd be signing this contract at 27 or 28. He's gonna want that's his payday contract.
I offer him a bridge deal.
No, he won't. He's 27, 28 when he signs this. Yeah, he's not doing a bridge deal.
2 years, $5 million, maybe.
He will laugh at you.
Okay, bye. He's not the player that you need to worry about.
I know. I agree.
That's when you have all these defensive prospects.
That's why I'd rather they trade him and just not have to worry about it, because I can see this potentially screwing things up. But
how so screwing things up?
To the point where
you get walks for nothing, or they sign him for too much?
Well, worst case or best case scenario, in terms of them screwing it up, best case scenario, they let him just walk.
Yeah,
that'd be unfortunate. You could.
How much is he making right now?
1 point something.
Really?
I think.
I'm on Capfriendly already, so I'll look it up.
So he's making 1.2 mil this year, and next year, obviously, and he's 27 right now. So when he signs his contract, he's potentially 28, 29. Yeah, I did that right. Basic math. But yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent too. I can see him like, and then if they do sign him, like even if it's $5 million, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve $5 million, but that's still a lot of money that they need for other things.
Right. If you're signing him to a $5 million contract, I'm assuming you're getting rid of other guys.
Yeah, you're gonna have to trade a prospect for a pick or something. You can't even trade him for an NHL player unless they're on a rookie contract, because.
Well, yeah. No, you're pairing like one of the prospects with a Keith or with a Seabrook.
Oh, to ship out
just to get rid of that
wouldn't.
Money.
I don't know. The more and more I think about, the more okay I am with that idea. But at the same time, I think it's the wrong way to do it. Like look at Teravainen right now. They had one more year on that Biddle contract, so it's not the same thing. But now I'm going off track. But they had one more year on that Biddle contract, and they decide to package him with Teravainen to get rid of Biddle. Like, really, was it worth it? You couldn't eat one. What did they do that year? Nothing. I don't remember the exact year, but I know they did nothing that year.
Say any team comes up to you and is like, "Hey, we'll take Seabrook off your hands, but we want that third overall also, and we'll swap you with whatever pick we have." But they have like a mid-20s pick.
I was just gonna say it depends on what pick they have. I don't know. That's tough. That's real tough. I think I'd do it honestly, which is probably not the route to go because how often do you get a top 3 pick?
Yeah. That's
if it was
the kind of price it's gonna be though to get rid of Seabrook.
If it was number 2 or number 1, I'd say go fuck yourself.
Right.
But number 3 is like, who are we missing out on in order to get rid of Seabrook? I mean, they won't. This is never gonna happen. Let's start. Make sure we get that in there. There's no way they consider that. The Hawks would never consider that.
They can't because Seabrook has to waive his no movement clause. So
there's that problem too. Yeah.
But I think the Hawks would consider it.
I don't think they would.
Just based on the fact that they have the number 3 pick, and it looks like the third best player in the draft is going to be a defenseman.
I have seen things suggesting that. I forget his name. I haven't. What's his name? Do you remember?
Byram?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that he was like the 5th or 6th, but I'm seeing things saying
he's going to be at least 3.
So do you maybe instead take Byram and just try and package
Byram with?
No, package Mitchell
Yoki
or Yoki. Any of them that's not Byram. Just Byram is. I don't know about I know the rest of them are supposed to be good.
See, if you do like a Yoki Haru, you probably have to add more to it then.
But I'm saying, if it's Bodkist or Bodine or Mitchell,
you're adding stuff to that also, I think.
Yeah, then I just bite the bullet. If that's yeah. I don't know though. It's tough. That's why I'm not a GM. I don't get paid to make these decisions. But the one thing I wanted to look at, because the Hawks have a good amount of restricted free agents this year, I was wondering who you would think would be a good idea to keep and not keep.
Oh, amount of free agents?
Yeah. They have like 11 or 13. They have, Kruger and Kunitz are the only, Kunitz, Kruger, and Ward are the 3 unrestricted.
UFAs. Bye.
All of them.
I mean, if Kruger wants to stay and sign a mill,
yeah, I still wouldn't, but
I'd be fine with that. That's fine. Whatever.
Kampf and Kampf and Perlini are RFAs.
You could sign them both.
Yeah, I would try keeping them both. They should be cheap.
They shouldn't make that much.
A mil, maybe.
I could see Perlini getting like 1.2.
Okay, fine.
And Kampf maybe just a mil.
And then you got Forsling and Coach.
I like Cuckoo better than Forsling, honestly.
I have to stumble on his name, not because I don't know it, but because I like to say it the wrong way, and I have to think like, wait, which way is actually the right way and which way is the wrong way?
Because you're stubborn.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they want to keep. They like Forsling a lot. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but with the other defensive prospects you have in the system, I think you could choose to trade them or let them walk.
Yeah, I would try and get rid of him, honestly.
And Coach would just to see if he does turn into anything.
He'd
be really cheap.
Be the same role that he was this year, 6th, 7th defenseman.
Those are not all of them, though. Why is it not showing me all of them?
That's all the ones I remember.
No, there were more than that. Because I swear I read a thing that's saying there were like 11. That's only 5, 6.
Maybe there's prospects that need to be
Probably.
signed. Oh, Sakura, isn't he?
Yeah, Sakura's one.
Which, if he signs for cheap enough, I'd keep him. But if he wants anything more than like 1.5...
The thing is, though, I want most of these people on two-ways. And that's the problem. It's not even the money. It's the two-way, one-way contract that would be the issue. To Sakura, he should be on a two-way. He's not proven enough to... Well, I mean, but if you take out Kruger and you take out...
You could package Sakura and Forsling for something.
And Seabrook?
Yeah. And the number 1 pick.
Tunitz, not Tunitz. Forsling, Sakura, Seabrook, and Bodine for nothing.
You're giving up a lot of defense there, bud.
I'm just giving up Seabrook and
Forsling and Bodine.
Yeah.
You're giving up 3 defensemen.
You're not expecting Forsling to play, though, at the NHL level. At least I'm not.
Tell that to Joakim Nordstrom.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I liked him when he was with the Hawks. But he's playing the same role that he would be playing here, or that he was. I mean, he's playing bottom six.
Yeah.
No,
he's a forward. He's playing...
Yeah, bottom six.
Oh. Yeah.
Not sure the confusion was there. But what else was there? Oh, and then another question people were asking, like what do you do with Crawford? Pretty much, this is what I saw. Like what are they pretty much doing with the goalie position? And that's this year and next year. It's like, well, you keep Crawford, hope he stays healthy, and then you see what Delia. Like, you keep Delia as the backup for sure.
You don't give him a no movement clause. That's what you do.
Oh, if they sign him,
I think you sign him.
I think they do too.
You could sign him for...
I mean, he's still
He's in his 30s. You can maybe sign him for, 4 years?
He is 34.
But I wouldn't give him a raise.
He's only 1 year younger than Ward.
He's 34? Jesus, okay. He's a little older than I thought.
Well, I mean, he broke into the league when he was like 27,
so you
28.
sign him for 2 years.
$3 million. Hopefully.
It depends what he does this season, though. His contract all depends on this season.
The fact that he hasn't been able to stay healthy.
If he could be healthy this whole season and put up numbers.
But so him being
then
healthy,
he might just get the same exact contract he has.
Him being, I don't
but
like
not as many years.
Yeah, not 6 years. I think it was a 6 year, $6 million contract. But him being healthy for 1 full year, that completely voids him not being healthy for.
If he's healthy and good.
I don't know. That scares me. I'd rather them not. No. I'd rather them not. Just see what he does. I feel like you can't take away the fact that he's been unhealthy and hurt for the last 3 years.
I mean, if he'll take a little bit less, I'd definitely
I don't
try to get him for $4 million maybe.
Oh wait,
I definitely think you try and keep him though, unless he's injured again. Then you just let him go.
Some of the other. So Secures. Victor Edsel. He's a restricted free agent. I mean, try and sign him for cheap.
Yeah, that's another 2-way contract. You're not.
Yeah. Ooh, Tyler Secure is up too.
Bye.
We already got your brother. He can leave now.
Sign him to an AHL contract. Like what?
Martinson. He's an unrestricted free agent. Who I think is playing at the Worlds, by the way.
Oh, really?
I think he is.
What team is he on? Is he American?
No. He is from Norway.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I could see that. I don't see Norway having that many.
He's only 28. I thought he was like 34, 35. A lot younger than I thought.
And still sounds old.
Jesus,
though,
that was disgusting.
What?
I heard that.
That registered?
Yes, that registered. That was loud. It was like an earthquake.
Well, my neck hurts, so.
Ew. Don't do that ever again.
So I was looking at just a list of upcoming UFAs.
Oh yeah,
It's just hilarious how Columbus's main reason for being good and doing well in the playoffs is a UFA, like everyone.
Oh really? That many?
Bobrovsky, Duchesne, Panarin. Come on.
Oh, are you just looking at their team? Jesus.
No, I'm there. Those are like 3 of the top.
Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Duchesne said, it sounds like Duchesne wants to stay.
I could see Duchesne staying, but
That
at
wouldn't
the same
surprise
time,
me.
I could also see him waiting to see what Panarin and Bob do.
I thought that way before, but now no, I'm thinking that he might just want to stay. Just why not?
And he could be the star there once Panarin leaves.
Is Panarin the superstar of that team right now?
Yes.
You don't think Jones is? I had a really second
Seth
guess if Jones is on that
or-
team. I don't know why.
Seth Jones and Werenski are great. I like them a lot, but I definitely think Panarin's head and shoulders above everyone else on that team.
The Zindel unrestricted free agent as well.
Oh yeah, that's a popular guy that everyone's kind of says, oh, he's from Chicago. He's going to come to the Hawks and
Werenski's a
sign for cheap.
restricted free agent. Yeah.
How what? How what?
That just to see him leave.
You think they'll take Seabrook?
I mean, just for the rights, right?
Eberle is
Kincaid, all their goalies: Corpusalo, Kincaid, Elvis, Merzilkins, and Bob are.
So basically, they're not going to have any goalies next year. Is that what you're saying?
Literally all 4 of their goalies. 2 of them are unrestricted. 2 of them are restricted.
Who is their backup right now?
Kincaid or Corpusalo.
Oh, Corpusalo. That's the one I was thinking of. Because he's supposed to be
25 years old. Yeah, he was. Supposed to be.
Supposed to be the next good goalie, but I don't know. I feel like he would have taken that
traded
by now.
for Kincaid. He's only 25. Crawford didn't break out till, like I said, he was 27, 28.
Yeah.
And we both considered him a top 5 goalie, if not
Do
still.
you just run with Corpusalo then?
Ooh, that's scary. I mean, next year...
Is he one of the free agents, RFA?
He's an RFA, yeah. Him and Elvis are restricted. Kincaid and Bob are unrestricted.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to re-sign Corpusalo then.
I mean, you need to... Well, he probably will re-sign too because... if they give
Bob
him
leaves, he'll get the starting spot.
If they give him the promise of a starting spot. If he doesn't get that promise, I don't know if he does, honestly.
I don't think they give him a promise of it. I think they just say, hey, there's an opening. Fight for it. You don't promise them anything.
Okay, but I did... But what if they go out and sign, like, what other goalie... what if they go out and sign Varlamov? Like, Varlamov doesn't stay in Colorado, and he signs in Columbus.
I don't think Varlamov's going to stay in Colorado.
Okay, what if he... Really? Why not?
Because they got Grubauer now.
Oh, yeah, true. Valid point. But, okay, say
Mike Smith. Varlamov. I can see Varlamov going to Calgary.
I'm just... Stop. I'm not saying he is going.
I know, but I'm just saying. I was looking at Mike Smith, the free agent, so... Varlamov
What if they did Cam Ward?
What if they get Cam Ward? Then they have an old backup. Cool.
What other goalies are there? There really aren't that many, huh? What if they get Ryan Miller? I mean, I know he's 38 and old as, fuck.
Any old,
well-traveled
goalie
they
is
trade
gonna
for Grubauer? Never gonna happen. What if they trade for him?
Then they're probably trading Corpusalo away.
That's what I'm saying.
In that trade,
do they sign Corpusalo and say, "Hey, we're gonna do another goalie. You're gonna have to fight for it," or do they sign them, or do they just do that and trade for another?
I think they sign Corpusalo.
Pretty much, do they try and get number one?
No, I think they go run with Corpusalo, but they will sign like a Mike Smith or someone that's can start.
This is assuming,
but hoping that that person will be the backup.
With the assumption that Bob leaves, of course.
He's leaving.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty positive now.
the apartment or the condo.
Yeah, the condo thing really.
I said apartment. Jump change.
Condo thing really has me believing he's gone.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there,
especially to wait till literally the day after he's out of the playoffs. That means he was already planning on putting it up for sale, and he didn't want to
freak anyone out
during the playoffs.
The other thing I'm seeing a lot of is possibly Subban being traded. Like that's apparently a very
I see that a lot.
realistic.
It's just because Yossi needs a contract.
Hmm.
I think he's an RFA next year, maybe.
I do not know.
But they would be smart to trade Subban if they could get some offense from someone.
Why do you think Subban really commands that much, though? He has a big contract.
It's a big contract. That's the hard part.
I think he's like $9 million or something like that, right?
And he's 30.
I think he's about to turn 30. I'm trying to do it and look for a free agent from Nashville so I can just click on it that way, but I'm not finding any. Yossi's a free agent?
I think not. I don't know if it's this season. It might be next season. He's due a contract soon.
The season after. Subban's making $9 million too.
Jesus Christ. So you get rid of that $9 million and just give it all to Yossi.
So not this offseason, but the next offseason, you got Yossi as an unrestricted. You got Hamuse as an unrestricted. You got Weber as an unrestricted. You got Irwin as an... I'm just saying their entire defense. That's insane. Ellis is signed for... Did they just sign a giant contract?
They just signed Ellis, yeah. Wasn't Ekholm signed for a little bit too?
A little bit. He's signed for as long as Subban. And then... I mean, they don't really have any forwards that I'd be worried about losing.
Well, yeah, because they don't have any forwards.
Wayne Simmons, ooh.
That was a bust.
Yeah, it did help.
Wayne Simmons is going back to Philly. There's no other...
Like it.
No other... unless he went to like a Boston or something, but... I feel like him failing in Nashville is going to scare anyone else off.
Is there any team this year where it's like you...
Well, let's stick on Subban.
What about Subban?
Most popular thing I've heard is Vegas. Him going to Vegas.
Yeah, I saw that. But what do you trade for him? That's fair.
I would want a forward.
Trade him.
How about
too much?
How about William Karlsson?
Oh, them trading, or they can just sign him. Oh, William Karlsson. I'm thinking of Eric, but Carlson's a free agent.
I know, but I'm saying like a sign and trade deal.
That's a tough one. I don't know.
Is that enough for? I think that equals out.
And even if I'm Vegas, I'm more thinking on. I can see how that's not enough, but at the same time, you can also look at Vegas and be like, do we want to give Karlsson up?
Right. I don't know.
He's 26.
At this point, well, they have to sign him though. They don't have a lot of cap space now that they've made all these.
His bet himself bridge deal really didn't work in his favor.
No, I mean, no.
Deal.
Well, when he goes from being the top line, the only line, to oh yeah, we're gonna trade for everyone and make a whole new top line.
Yeah, I mean they got Perry. That they need to re-sign, and maybe he turns into something.
Brandon Perry? Yeah, you definitely re-sign Perry. He was
he
huge.
Won't cost you much, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. I think isn't March or so due for a contract soon?
Why am I not seeing that? Oh, there it is. No.
No, he just signed one?
Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 4 more years, 5 more years after this year. $5 million too.
He must have just signed then.
That team is not super young looking.
No, they traded for all their...
Tuck he has a contract extension in place. I mean, I think you got... I don't know. I'm not good at this fair value trading.
I think maybe Karlsson and like a second for Subban.
I mean, I think if you're Nashville, you take what you can get.
Well, if you're Nashville, you're taking you like the cap space. I don't know if Vegas has the cap space to take on that $9 million.
I don't think they do, honestly. Yeah, I don't.
They'd have to find someone to take Ryan Reeves off their hands.
How much does he make?
I think he makes like $3-4 million.
That wouldn't be enough. He makes 2.77.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's it.
Yeah, I don't. It's tough. Trading's tough. This whole trading stuff, it's tough for me. I'm not good at it.
Well, yeah, it's tough for anyone. I mean, just go on that armchair GM and look at some of
No.
the trades people make. It's fun.
No. It's funny that that's a thing, though. Oh, Jesus.
What?
I don't know. I see the New Jersey Devils team logo, and then I see Hughes, Carlson, Stinner, Vodquist, Smith. Going down a rabbit hole. Let's go. How are New
Boquist.
Jersey?
How do they have Boquist?
Wait, where's New Jersey pitching? Are they pitching one? They're pitching one, right?
Yeah,
they are.
They got one.
Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because of Taylor Hall.
There has to be a different Boquist, first of all.
Yeah.
Jesper.
Who the fuck that is?
I mean, this doesn't look like they're doing anything crazy, honestly. Made 2 trades with Pitts, and that's it. But they signed. Oh, that's it.
They signed Eric Carlson for $10 million, and they signed Jeff Skinner for 7.5. No way Skinner takes 7.5.
Yeah,
he wants more.
He
than
wants
that.
9 at least.
I could see Carlson at 10 though.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little more, just to get more than Doughty though.
Sure.
I'm just saying. I think that's the thing that you have to consider. I like how we're looking at armchair GM now. Okay, one more here. So I'll give you the option. You come over here for. Oh, you look at this. We'll look at one. You tell me which one you want to look at, just based on name.
Based on name.
Based on the name and logo, just based on that screen. You tell me what armchair GM on Capfriendly you want to look at. 4 trades. One with 4 trades.
Sens, Jets, Flyers, Panthers, Kings. Oh, jeez.
There's a couple Blackhawks ones on there, I see. I don't really know what the titles are, though. You're putting a lot of thought into this.
Well, I want to do this one.
Maybe we'll make this a regular segment.
I want to do Edmonton. He's being GM for Edmonton. And,
okay, so you don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Oh, don't look at it?
Don't
Okay.
look at it.
Oh. He's making a bunch of trades for Edmonton. It says
He's made 5 trades.
Yeah, the name is Trades. Sens, Jets, Flyers, Panthers, Kings. So he's probably trading for Quick.
No.
No, he's keeping his goalie, huh?
He did get a goalie from them though.
Oh, really?
Campbell
Okay.
traded a 3rd rounder. It's funny. A 3rd rounder from Winnipeg. He's doing trades like he just got this 3rd rounder from Winnipeg he got in a trade on this screen too. So
Jesus.
He's doing trades based on his trades. This giant trade, they really went for a Trouban here too. They got Trouban.
Well, okay, we'll start at the top.
Well, the top's boring.
That's
not
first
boring.
trade.
First trade, they get the the 1st round pick from Columbus, who I guess Ottawa had, which made sense. Ottawa has, right? That made sense. Yeah, that made sense. And they did a 4th rounder from Ottawa as well, and they're trading away Gagne, Brandon Manning, their 1st and their 6th. So they're just getting Columbus's 1st and Ottawa's 4th. And doing salary dumping. Yes. See, they're trading away Brandon Manning. Yeah, they're doing salary dumping. And Gagne.
So they have Ottawa moving up. How many? Oh, that's Ottawa moving up quite a bit.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because Columbus
and
was the last team eliminated.
Oh, true.
Or one of the last teams.
And Edmonton's probably top 10.
Edmonton,
Borderline, though. I think they're like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Somewhere in that range.
So that's... I don't know.
But
that's
they're
a lot
taking
of
on
caps.
Manning and what kind of... Well, here we go. You figure out what Kanye's contract's like. Because I am... Yeah, you figure that out, and I'll keep going. The next trade... So they made a trade with Florida.
Gagne has... Oh, there's just one more year left. 3.15.
And then Manning, I know, is I think only one more year as well.
Yeah.
Like
So
2.
honestly, I could see that one.
Respectable. That one's
I could see that one.
So this is where I don't know about it.
Trade number 2.
Florida gets. Well, do you want to know who Edmonton gets or who Florida gets, and then you have to guess the other one?
Wait, what do you mean?
So do you want me to? Because you're not looking at it, right?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you who Edmonton is getting in this trade, or who Florida is getting? And then you have to guess the other one.
Tell me what Edmonton's getting.
So you want me?
And I'll tell you what they said they gave up.
So you want me to tell you? So you want to guess what Florida is then receiving?
Yes.
Edmonton's getting Trocheck, a 2019 third-round pick.
Jesus Christ.
A 2019 sixth-round pick. Florida. Do you want me to tell you how much, like how many things they're getting?
Sure.
One.
What, like their next year's first-round pick?
Not a pick. It's a player.
A player?
Yes.
Worth Trocheck and all that?
I mean, it's the third and sixth, but yeah, all that.
They don't have a player worth.
I mean, they have
just
David
that
and Draisaitl, but
yeah, I know it's not those,
saying.
but no one else on their team is worth that. What is it, Darnell Nurse? Like
it's a defenseman though.
The Clefbaum?
Yeah.
So they're trading away their only good defenseman?
I mean, Nurse. I like Nurse.
Nurse is okay, but he's not taking over Clefbaum.
No shit, but yeah.
Okay. I don't.
I mean, I will say later on they do a number one.
That's
defenseman.
not. I guess that's not terrible. I don't think I would do that if I was.
Either one of them, honestly. You need defense while you're trading away one of your only defensemen.
They need everything though.
True.
I guess you want to be good at one thing.
I will say this trade with Philly bores me, so I'm just gonna tell you. They're getting the rights to Scott Lawton. And trading away Chris Russell, but they are retaining $1 million of that. Dylan Wells and William Lagesson.
I don't know who those prospects are. So
are they prospects? Are we making
they
that
have
assumption?
to be? Because
Russell's
Lawton's good.
Russell's making $4 million for 2 more years.
No, Russell's a terrible contract.
So that one. But I'm guessing these are prospects that they're using to get rid of them.
I don't see Philly doing that because they don't have any room on their defense. Philly doesn't have any open defensive spots.
Who did I say? I don't even know. It must be non-roster.
But no, Lawton's good. He's gonna get signed for a decent
Still not finding
deal.
These people.
He's gonna stay in Philly. There's
who did I say?
0 chance of them getting rid of him.
Dylan Wells and Lagesson. Lagesson, he's 23. And then Wells. He's a non-roster goalie who's 21.
So they're giving up nothing.
I think they're just trying to give away prospects, and I'm saying air quotes. I don't know if they're, how good.
Well, if you're 23 and you're not in the NHL yet, you're probably not that great of a prospect.
The goalie, I mean, that you get leeway with the goalie for sure.
But heart of heart, you don't need a goalie for the next 10, 15 years.
Valid point. And they're not taking anywhere. They're just taking restricted free agent rights. So I don't see this trade happening. It's just dumb.
That's ridiculous. No way. Philly laughs at you.
They're just making this trade just to make the cap. Well, to make the cap possible for the rest of their trades. So
at least give up actual good prospects if you're doing the prospect thing.
Trade with Edmonton and Winnipeg. Well, between Edmonton.
Well, I know they're getting Trouba because you said that already.
Yeah. Well, I didn't, but you inferred it. I said they did number 1, but okay. So that's the thing, though, with this trade. Oh, they're trading. There are 2 names I recognize that they're trading. They're trading away 6 things in total, and they are Edmonton's getting a 3rd-round pick from Winnipeg. So they're getting Trouba, which is only restricted free agent rights. Apparently, Trouba's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, he's an RFA.
And then they're trading away 6 things: 4 players, 2 pits. This makes a little more sense now.
One of them's the no.
And keep in mind how, and you know what the last trade is? It's the Campbell. They're getting the goalie Campbell
for a 3rd.
The 3rd that they're getting from Winnipeg. Yeah, they're using it.
That's all.
That's all the teams get. Yeah. That's the one after
That's the whole trade. The 3rd-round pick
for
Campbell. Their up-and-coming goalie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And so keep that in mind that they're willing to use things from previous trades to trade now.
So what, they got to trade Trocheck?
No, remember that first round pick that they got from Columbus, that 26 pick? Yeah, they're trading it to Winnipeg. And they're also trading the 4th round pick they got from Ottawa.
What's great?
That trade they did with Ottawa, they're trading both those picks back to Winnipeg. And then they're trading away 4 players.
So it's more of a 3-team trade then.
You know at least 2 of these players.
4 players away. Is Lucic one of them?
No.
Oh, that's amazing. He gets points for not trading away Lucic.
Because he knows it's impossible.
I mean,
I'm trying to see if you know this. You might know 3 of them. I don't know about that guy.
Is Adam Larson one?
Yeah.
Not a good look, bud. 0 chance they trade Adam Larson because that's who they got for Taylor Hall. They can't trade him.
They can.
They can't. If you trade Adam Larson, whatever you get back is what you traded for Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything better than Larson.
They're getting Trouba back.
Yeah, well, and a bunch of other shit's going out though. You can't package them.
Well, now you're looking into the specifics. I don't like that.
I wouldn't trade Hall for Trouba. That's terrible.
I do like Trouba. I don't know. I don't.
So they're trading away. They've traded away Clefbaum already. Now they're trading away Larson.
Yeah. For Trouba.
I know, but they're trading away 2 defensemen for 1.
I'm just.
What's the point of that? They're not getting better.
Yeah.
There's got to be a forward. Then they're not doing 2 defensemen.
There's at least 1 forward. The other 2
are prospects. So I'm not gonna know.
One's okay. So I will say
Puljujärvi.
No, one that you're gonna know though. He's a pro. I mean, like, you will know one of the prospects.
Suzuki.
At least. No.
Jesus, I don't know then.
You do.
Who's there? Bouchard?
No.
I'm pretty sure he's on that team.
I don't know. He is. Just saw his name. Yeah, they all might be prospects. Well, the oldest one is 24. The last.
I don't know.
He's.
It's not. It's not Nugent Hopkins. He's not.
No, he's not prospects.
No.
Yamamoto.
Oh, okay. Kyler.
Yeah, and then the other 2. I don't. Tell me if you know them. 'Cause I don't. Ethan Bear.
That sounds familiar, but isn't there an Ethan Barrett?
There's an. I don't know. Hots have a Barrett. I think it's Evan Barrett though, isn't it? And then the other one. This is the one you might know because he's 24 and he's actually played on the team. I can't say the first name. Juhar, and then it's like Carrara, Khaira, Kara. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. I can picture him, but I don't think I know who he is. I don't know how good he is or anything.
All right. I'm just going to really briefly, and they're buying out 2 players, but I don't think that matters. So their first line is now Hopkins, McDavid, Trocheck.
Trocheck's a center.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. Drystyle's used more
Hopkins
as a wing.
Is a center too.
Huh?
Hopkins is a center too, but
yeah, I don't know why I said Hopkins. That sounds weird. But yeah, and then Drystyle's centering the second line. But I mean,
yeah, if
Anders Lee. Did they sign him in free agency?
Oh Jesus, they signed Anders Lee. Yeah, that's a free agent.
Oh Jesus, I missed a lot of stuff.
They signed a bunch of free agents. They probably signed Carlson.
It's a lot of re-signing though. They signed Anders Lee. That's the biggest. Oh, they signed Trouba to a $6.2 million contract.
What? He gets more than that. He gets a little more than that.
Yeah, he does.
He's getting closer to 8-9.
But the rest that they sign, it's no one that I care. They signed Hadlin to a 1.2.
Cool.
For 1 year. No, 2 years, my bad. They signed Anders Lee to a 6.5.
Hagelin, who's only gone from L.A., Pittsburgh, Washington. Yeah, he'll go to Edmonton.
But they signed Anders Lee to 6.5 for 5 years.
So they gave Lee more than Trouba?
Yeah, you're right.
I think Lee gets more than that, too. I think Ender's Lee gets at least 7.
Yeah, I think Sherwood is 8.
And there's 0 chance the Islanders... Ender's Lee will get even more money because the Islanders are never going to let him leave because it just made him the captain.
The top comment for this is daring and bold vision, but all those would be declined. They're like, Jets would demand Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, which, fair. Even though it's only for rights, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
It just says Philly declines, and teams would trade Quick, not Campbell.
Exactly. And there's no reason to trade Campbell. He's a younger player. Why are you trading a younger goalie when you're rebuilding? I don't think he's that young. I think he might be 26.
That is the only comment. I'm gonna pick one just because that was somewhat entertaining, even though we're at an hour and 10. Just because I want to. I'm curious.
Get a Blackhawks one?
Yeah.
You could sort just Blackhawks.
I want a Blackhawks. And Toronto. There's a Toronto one that says 15 the bottom sits. Like that sounds boring.
I saw what was the one that said
that sounds
like
way too realistic,
or something like diabolic or something like that.
Oh jeez, I feel like this one gives some away though with Chicago 3-way trade for Trouba. Is this true? All right, so I'm trying to pick one that's not obvious who they're drafting. Or not drafting that. Oh, jeez. This one says Captain Kane, so I can only assume who they trade away.
Jesus. I like the one that says, I didn't look at it yet, but it says going for it.
I don't see that one.
It's a little bit further down.
Maybe I have to go to the next page. I see one that says big move. Going for it. Yeah, I don't see this going for it.
Oh, they trade away they trade away next year's first round pick. That's fucking
out. All right, I'm gonna click on big move. Or I won't click that. You click on it, then I'll try and. Although I'm assuming this is only one trade, but I'm not gonna be as good as this is. You are.
There are 2 trades.
Was it worth looking into or no?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who are they trading with?
Well, first off, they're signing Zingle.
That's fine.
5 years, $5 million.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm just saying that's a reasonable price and everything.
They signed Sakura for less than $1 million.
That's
2 years, $900,000.
I feel like he's gonna do. I mean, not much more, but 1.5.
They gave Perlini $2 million for 2 years.
Sure, fine.
They draft Cousins.
Okay, so they draft the bid center.
So
they're using Cousins as a second.
They're trading with Toronto and Carolina.
Toronto and Carolina. Okay. Toronto, I'm already trying to... I'm wondering what they're... I don't know, this is a question. I don't know if I want to know who they're trading for or who they're giving away.
Yeah, that's what you have to decide.
Toronto, Carolina. I want to know... I want to know what they're trading for. No, I want to know what they're giving away. I want to know what they're
For Toronto?
Yeah.
They're giving up Connor Murphy.
Okay.
And Dominic Cahoon.
Connor Murphy. And they're doing one thing?
And they're getting one thing.
One player?
Yep. It says additional details. Cahoon gets his raise after...
I feel like this is going to be easy. This one, at least. I think they're going to trade for Nylander, and they think they're going to get him.
Yeah, it's Nylander. And, like, you're only giving up Connor Murphy and Dominic Cahoon.
There's no way.
They just signed this guy to a long deal. You think giving up...
Dubas has said that he does. I don't think they have any intent on trading away. No matter what happened this season, I don't think they have any intent on trading away.
No.
Unless it means that's the only way they can sign Marner, maybe.
Right.
But
which, honestly,
maybe.
Probably the only way they could sign Marner.
But no, that's not
unless Marner takes a huge
Even
discount.
Still, the Hawks, that's not enough for Nylander.
Right. No, there's no. I mean,
How much do they have Cahoon making?
it doesn't say.
Oh, they just say they have him signing an extension?
It says Cahoon gets his raise after the Marlowe contract expires, which expires next season.
Oh. Okay, I did that. All right.
Next one's with Carolina. I'm just going to tell you what they get.
Okay.
And you're going to have to guess what they give up.
Oh, God.
They got Justin Falk.
Yeah, I figured.
They gave up 3 pieces. 1 is a pick.
Is it a first round pick?
No, it's not a first round pick.
It's like a third round pick then. I don't really care about the pick. The pick obviously is not significant.
It's a 4th round pick.
Okay, it's not significant. I was
next
close
year
with third.
too, not this year.
Okay. And 2
reason.
players for Falk. I would assume it's 2 forwards, but I think I'm wrong in that. I would only say 2 forwards because why would Carolina trade away Falk, a defenseman, a good defenseman, for another defenseman? So I would assume it's 2 forwards.
It is 2 forwards.
Okay. This is hard. Dude, they might, with drafting Cousins, they might trade Taze away. Do they trade Taze away?
They don't trade Taze away.
So they have
I think
Cousins.
Taze is getting you more than Falk, anyways.
You think so?
I mean, maybe not the
10.5
contract.
mil, yeah.
Maybe not the contract. It depends.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's not Taze. It's not Kane. It's not DeBrincat. They're trading away Saad.
Nope.
Damn it.
No, think of players that we don't want.
Oh yeah, no. I'm being too realistic.
Think of players that no Blackhawks fans
See,
are like, oh no, I don't want him to leave.
You would have told me this opposite. You would have given me the Blackhawks player. I would 100% would have won Falk. No matter who you said,
Yeah.
I would have won Falk.
Yeah.
But
I would rather get Brett Pesce, but
they're trading away like Nisimov, obviously.
Anisimov, yep.
Who?
Because that's worth Justin Falk.
Yeah. Who else? I'm having trouble thinking of Blackhawks players now. It's not strong. It's not to be anyone good.
He's on the team. It's not a prospect.
I thought you were just. He's on the team. Oh, thanks. It's not gonna be like no. It has to be. It's Cahoon. No.
Cahoon already got traded.
Oh right, same.
Cahoon and Connor Murphy were
I'm
the other.
separating.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I need to look at the Blackhawks really quick. I need to.
They're thinking way too hard about this.
Is it like Camp or something?
No. It's like Camp, yeah, but it's not Camp.
Oh, Hayden. No one likes Hayden.
It's not Hayden.
Kachula.
Nope.
The fuck? There's no one else.
Sakura.
Oh, who the fuck?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
right. He is on the team.
They're trading nothing for Falk.
I mean, mine were nothing too. Hayden and Kachula.
I like Kajula.
I like
wouldn't give up
Kachula. I'm
Kajula.
just. Well, for Falk, I would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, no, that's insane though. I think the first one's more insane than the second one.
I think they're both pretty equally terrible.
We just did like 30 minutes of a podcast on hypotheticals.
Oh, we don't have to keep it up both of them in if we don't want to.
I know. Oh, they have him signing Evan Barrett too, plus in the middle.
We're getting down to the point where we're gonna be doing a lot more of this because
Hey, it's something.
there's so few games now.
That does it for this episode 17. You can follow us on Twitter, Socially Hawkward, Knowing the Ward. You can follow us on Instagram, Socially Hawkward19. Those are the only places, right? So yeah, no Facebook. Yeah. See you next week. Bye.